So share your link, your referral link. Hello, guys. Welcome to The Voice It Matters movie review tonight. Guys, I'm in here cooking. Then I had to re-warm up my chicken. Don't play with me. Have some. So, hey, Wallace Fuga Mama. Hi, happy Wednesday. Happy to see you. Fuga Mama, I've been missing you in these mornings. Sleep. So, look what I'm having. Chitlins. You like chitlins? I'm having I'm in here cook. Well, I'm finished cooking though, but I forgot to put a green pepper in my meat. How you been, Fuga Mama? I got me a ginger ale too. Man, I tell you, Fuga Mama. Yeah, I need the rest though, but I went to bed a good time enough to wake up, and then I was up because my alarm clock is literally set for 6:45. It is, and then it's set for 8:30 because I know if I fall back to sleep, it's set for 8:30. And I literally set it for 6:45 just to watch you. And I'll wake up, but man, it's that snooze for me. Look, 6:45 and 8:40. That 6:45 is for you. But man, I'll be falling back to sleep, man. Let me get about 5 more minutes. You know what I'm saying? Let me get about 5 more minutes. And then I change it to 7. And I'm like, no, because if I put that snooze on there, I'll be done miss the whole thing. So I'll get there because I'd rather engage into the chat than versus watching the replay. You know what I'm saying? Hi, Latanya. Whenever you get ready, the link is there. I'm eating chitlins. I had to rewarm them up because they got cold fast. It's only about a little bit. I'm just eating them regular. It's not no rice or nothing though. So I didn't have no be snoozing. Oh boy, that snoozing ain't working, man. Been over snoozing. I snoozed today. I was out at my dad's and stuff, and then come back, and I had to take my daughter to work, and I fell asleep. So I'm like, woke up. I'm like, she had to be to work at 4:00. She had to be to work at 4. And the crazy thing about it, it's pushing 3:30. Hey, Latanya.
Hey.
And then she ain't trying to say nothing.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm eating on this chitlin.
That was a nice bowl, huh?
I should have made some rice.
I never had them with rice.
So you just eat them regular?
Yeah, I see that's the thing I see people eating them with rice, but I just eat them like that with some coleslaw, some hot sauce.
Because it's it's a meal. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm basically finished cooking, but I forgot to put the green pepper in it.
Really?
Mm-hmm. So now I'm waiting on the green pepper.
Oh.
It's something about that pepper taste, though, you know, when you're smuggling food.
Right.
I should have put some of the red peppers in there, though, but it's all right. I got that red pepper, that green pepper in there sliced. How was your day?
It's pretty good. I ain't do anything.
Thank you, Fuga Mama.
Mm. It's not enough strawberry.
Fucking mama said, no ma'am, no
Uh,
yeah. It really is. It is a big part of the healing though. Cause I'm telling you, I've been having a lot going on. I'll tell you, that been helping my mind rest and I'm just resting my mind and stuff though. Cause it man, ooh baby. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Yup. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had that long clock for you. She said, hey to you the time, yo. That snoozing, like I'll tell you, it makes a difference because you be snoozing about 5 minutes, it long, but mine be lasting longer than 5 minutes or so. Uh-huh. Oh, no on it. Mm-hmm. You be having that snooze button on the time.
but my snooze,
Mm-hmm.
the girl no, because his snooze is it get me up. Yep, his snooze. I be off his snooze button. It started going off at 3:45 a.m.
Yeah, that's early.
But you ain't got to be to work till 7 though. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I know
He,
what that be though. I know exactly. Well, you know what that be.
yeah.
But you I ain't leaving here without me. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Feeling this. I'm not feeling this, y'all. My first time trying it too. It's
What
not a
is it?
oh, it's reduced fat. That's why.
What is it you would say you had?
That
The yogurt.
yeah.
Oh, I don't think I tried that before. That brand.
Yeah. It's strawberry banana, but it's not enough strawberry in it. All I taste is the yogurt. I want to taste some of the strawberry, the sweet.
So it would have been good if you had some granola.
Mm. Yeah. Mm. Mm-hmm. This is a fight to get this down. It's a fight. Mm.
So you got a bright thing going. So you like that color?
Mm-hmm. You know what? It go with the beige in there. I was
Mm-hmm.
trying to coordinate because the other one was white, and I wasn't supposed to. Well, I'm gonna still show them later. Somebody had asked what was in the package. I said I'm gonna show it. I'm gonna show
Oh, what was in there?
it. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Booger Mama said he got to get ready.
Mm. Exactly. Mm.
We got to get ready.
Mm. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. It just ain't enough fruit in it. You know.
Yeah, you want to taste that fruit, like that, the fruity taste fruit in it.
I don't want to waste it.
Go on and eat it down.
Mm.
You could do it.
Yeah.
So the weather on this end has been warm. It's been nice, but it rained. a storm while I was at my dad's, and then it stopped.
Mm.
And then when I got back here, it started pouring down rain. I'm like, I'm so glad because I didn't want to be driving in no bad rain. And I told my daughter, I'm gonna have to Google my way back home.
Uh-uh.
So you go. I'm gonna show you how to do the turn. Then you turn. You right there. Yeah, because things look so different.
Mm.
I haven't been down on that in years.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And they built up so much stuff, and things like that, and they look different, totally different.
Like Chicago, when I go back, it's so much new stuff,
Mm-hmm.
new places. Yeah, it's a lot different. It's different. A lot of.
A lot of stuff. Mm-hmm. So, guys, I know a lot of people. I don't know though, because it's movies that people haven't even seen. So we chose Holiday Heart to do the movie review on, and Holiday Heart. I put The Power of Love, and the reason why I put The Power of Love was it is a lot of power in love. You get what I'm saying? And it's like how you had two totally different men that took on this little girl and how they loved her unconditional, even though their lives were separate, and then they put their differences aside for the love of her. You get what I'm saying? And if we had that going on now to the day, well, don't get me wrong, we do have that going on, but if that was better, a lot would be a little different. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because adults make it so much about them than versus of the child. You get what I'm saying? How did you feel about that movie, Holiday Heart?
It was sweet.
It was sad and everything, right?
It was sweet. It was heartbreaking. It was tricking me. It tricked me because I thought that her boyfriend wasn't no good. I thought he wasn't no dang on good. But he was okay.
Mm-hmm.
He
Yep.
he had a good heart. In the end, he really had a good heart, but I really thought he was dirty. Did you?
When I first seen that movie, that's how I felt too.
Yeah, I thought he was dirty at first. And then I didn't like the way they was treating what was his name in the movie? Vin Rames. What's his name? Holiday?
Holiday.
Yeah, duh. Yeah, I didn't like how they was treating him at first, but he was so make you want to cry, break down. He had me sad a bit in a couple of scenes.
And the thing about that was he helped them because, guys, for the ones that haven't seen it, this man had his own life. He was a drag. What you call it?
A drag queen.
Drag queen.
Mm-hmm.
In which he was married. He lost his husband. Partner or whatever. And he was just living his life. And singing in the nightclub or whatever the case is. And then he was going to travel and just go to Paris. That was his thing. What he was going to do, his old plans. But no, it was he was on another assignment, And I'm going to tell you, that don't be nobody but God. This is what goes on here in our lives, like I said, when God put us on certain assignments, it's like, a lot of times when somebody knock on my door, like my front door, it just be certain stuff that go on. And I'm like, okay, I'm on another assignment because I'm supposed to speak on this. Like I'm the elephant in the room, if that makes sense, So it's like I just be knowing, So he was on assignment basically, not knowing or understanding. That was what was in his journey, okay? And he's seen them because the girl was getting beat up, the mom was getting beat up, Well, the guy kicked her out, and he fought the guy. Well, and he took on the mother and the daughter, and he brought them to a safe space where his home, and let them stay over there. She cleaned up and everything, and helped her get a job and everything. And it tripped me out when she went for the
Mm-hmm.
how the woman was looking, the church woman, talking about the scarves, and she was telling her, and she ended up getting the job or whatever. She got the job and everything, and she was so creative too, but she was, she was on drugs, she did have that in her life, and she was trying, to do something different, you know. So she had the job. She fixed the little girl's room up so beautiful, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? I thought that was so, and their relationship was pretty good too, you know. But this man here, okay, now he's living another life. Like, okay, he's gay.
Mm-hmm.
So he have gay friends.
Right.
So she met the guy. So she went to his place of business, and she met this guy. That was him. What is his name? Dad.
Yeah, I'm not gonna remember no names.
What is his doggone name? See what I'm saying? Man, I should have wrote this stuff down. I should have wrote it down.
I never remember names though.
I should have wrote it down. That was my fault. You know, Silas.
Mm-hmm.
Silas. That was his name, Silas. So the guy Silas, okay, well, he was attracted to her. And once they got started talking or whatever, she wasn't working anymore, then but the thing was he was in the business of he was, you know,
Selling that stuff.
right, he was selling it. And basically they was there, he wasn't charging them no type of money. He was paying them. He was, he started paying the holiday money, for them, to stay there, to live there and stuff. And that's
Right.
when he started. They already built a bond, built a relationship. And then he was even had her in school, just everything. And then when the man came in her life, it was just like whatever, pushed him away. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So he was hurt from that, because he pretty much cared for them. He loved them. You get what I'm saying? That was like that was his family now. So now with this guy come involved, and then he knew what he was doing, he wasn't approving of it. You get what I'm saying? He felt that she was already on drugs and she was trying to move her life on from that. That
Mm-hmm.
wasn't going to work. You get what I'm saying? Not with that going on. That wasn't
Right.
good for her.
Which it wasn't.
It wasn't. So that was the challenge. You get what I'm saying? That really was a challenge, man. Right. And this is what I'm saying. He expected her too much from her. You can't have that from someone that's addicted. She was addicted to it. You get what I'm saying? She had addiction. You can't have that.
And that was fresh. It was so fresh.
It was, there you go. It was fresh. Yes, it was fresh, because even when they had this celebration, they was feeding the needy, for the holiday. Mm-hmm. And then the guy seen that she was looking good, and she was, she wasn't the one in the whatever. And he tried to give her something. And she was, I think did she grab it and she threw it away? Her daughter was looking for her, and she was like, nothing. She threw it away or something behind the trash. She took some trash out.
Mm-hmm. She didn't take it. She didn't keep it that time.
She didn't keep it. So that was already a challenge right there, and so that is the biggest challenge when somebody, he's my strong opinion. He shouldn't have. He fell in love with her. He did. He fell in love with her. Took kind to her daughter as well, but he expected too much from her because she had that was going on in her life. You know what I'm saying? So what are your thoughts on that? That was the tough part right there.
It was. But she I don't want to
Hey,
mess on,
Brazil.
mess on her, but I feel like she could have been a little stronger. What you think?
She probably could have just went and got help. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or just let him know, look, I can't do this. Like, what you can't have this and me doing this. This not gonna work because this is what I have been doing.
Mhm.
This is what's going on, and like I
And
need help. You know what I'm saying?
he shouldn't even wanted her to be around it for fear of her taking it or
Well,
anything.
that's what I'm saying.
You know. So I don't know.
So then he felt funny with the guy. Hi, Bazelle. Bazelle. And thank you. You was on my community highlight. Because I'm like, hold up. Now I got see, this is what I'm saying.
Mm-mm. Mm.
Yeah, I know you lying.
So how was everyone's Tuesday? No, today's Wednesday.
Oh, let me cut this doggone food off right now.
Today's
I
Wednesday.
forgot I had that on.
How
Yeah.
was Wednesday?
What time is it? It's 5:45. Today is Wednesday. Hello. What goes on at 5:45? So I do what? I had to cut that pot off. Huh?
Let me see.
Anywho, so I'll call you back at 6:45. Okay. Because you know I'm on my movie review. Stop playing. So apologize. I want to hear it. I want to hear apology.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Shoot. You think it's an emergency or something? Excuse me, guys. I don't like ignoring phone calls though. That's I don't know. What about you? How you feel about that, Latonya?
No, I don't either because you don't never know.
Yeah, so I really don't like, some people could feel like, well,
5 seconds.
we answer phones on no live or nothing, but that is I don't know. Yeah, I really don't like ignoring phone calls, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, and if it is a place and time for everything though too. So I have something going on, and to be honest, and then I forgot to put it on mute. That's another thing.
Okay.
You know, um, I probably should have put it on mute, but I wasn't thinking. But I don't like ignoring phone calls. That's something I don't do. Because anything could go. It could just be anything. The only phone calls I ignore is ones that I don't know the number. Like if it's the numbers, like because the spams and stuff like that.
Right.
I'm not fooling around with it. Unknown numbers I don't know nothing about. Nope, you're gonna have to leave a message, and I promise you I'll call you back. You know, pretty much if I know you. Number might change or something like that. But far as with her, with that situation, so like if somebody taking kind to you and like you, and okay, but no, he didn't know she was on no drugs though when they got together though, because she was trying to be clean then. So she couldn't have been honest with him. You get what I'm saying? He didn't know that. They didn't know each other.
No. I
Just
don't know.
thinking about that, Latanya, he didn't know.
Yeah, maybe he.
No, I'm gonna take that back.
Because I thought that.
Anybody that sell drugs, they know who get high.
Yeah, I thought that.
You
Like.
can't. No, they know. He knew. She didn't have to tell him that. She didn't have to tell him because you know. And in matter of fact, you don't necessarily have to be a drug dealer. That's just like with me, like being in the city. I know people that I can tell when a person have done drugs or there's like a dope fame or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I did dope and things because they all got the same look. You know what I'm saying? They do. They got the. I'm not judging anyone. I'm just saying. They have that. You could tell when a person like when they doing that strong stuff because they all have that same look. Like heroin and stuff, you could tell, people that have done heroin or if they on heroin. You get what I'm saying? Can you? Can you?
I mean, yeah, I had muted myself because somebody's barking, but yeah, they do be having a look. They be having a look.
It's like I don't know, like I'm saying, like heroin, people that do like heroin, they all got this certain look. Like you get what I'm saying? I can't explain it, but they have a yeah.
Like I had to think about it. Like yeah. They all like to dance too.
They like what?
They like to dance. They like to dance. Yeah.
What, the people that do heroin?
I mean, yeah, they be dancing. A lot of them like to dance.
I like to dance too. I don't do no heroin.
No, not like that. They kind of dance. They like to dance. Yeah. And you go say,
so
I like it too.
It is signs. It is really. I know she had to be tense and act a certain way, and when he talking, him knowing what she do in conversation, so he had to. That would tell you something. Especially if you've been in the business for a long time, you will know when somebody pretty much okay, yeah, either they ain't doing it or they have done it. You get what I'm saying? And that's when the conversation will come in. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. So I think she started stealing from him. I believe. Yeah. She started stealing from him. You know. And no, but that literally was a big challenge for her, and far as with it was, and then with the daughter, and then especially when she left, it was a lot of stress coming on with anxiety and stress and everything coming on to Holiday at this time when she started back dealing with the drugs, and that was because him. It was right there in her face. Okay. And then he left. He would be out of town on business, or me going out of town and stuff. Then he'll come back, and him and Holiday wasn't getting along. You know what I'm saying? Holiday wasn't playing that. Like, I don't care who you is. I ain't got time for it. You know what I'm saying? He ain't play that. So it goes back to if a person like, okay, now this man, he loved men. Well, he loved men. He was married to a man, but he took care of that girl. He spoke to her. He nourished her. He took care of her, and he taught her something different. It wasn't about him being gay. It was about love. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I put the power of love. You know what I'm saying? So it really doesn't really matter. Sometimes, a person can't help for who they are. You get what I'm saying? Right. Something, and again, I'll go back to the same thing. Adults be so much in their own grown folks' business, grown folks stuff, than versus of the child. You get what I'm saying? And they put their stuff to the side and was more concerned about the child's well-being. You get what I'm saying? So like when the mother, when she went gone, and then she had her cycle come on, and that's when their relationship started getting better. Because she loved both of them, and she shouldn't have had to choose between Holiday and the man Silas. You get what I'm saying? And so she got a second. They both went to the store. We went to the store
to go get the stuff for her. They look so goofy. It's funny though.
Then when she started, and then the thing about it, when she started school, how she was walking, they went with her to school, and how she was walking like she had sort of stuck up.
Oh Lord!
She went got tampons instead of
yeah, it was.
But then the crazy thing about it, her mother was high, and she was going to sell her daughter to the drug. No, actually, he was asking her because she went looking for her mother, and they asked her. He asked her. He said he wanted the daughter, and she was like, "Come here."
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't her, it was the drug. You get what I'm saying? You know.
Sick. That's like sick, yo, baby.
But that's not her, that wasn't her. That's
I
the drug.
know, but it's just sick.
She high.
Mm. Yo,
You get
baby.
what I'm saying? She
Yo,
wasn't
baby.
thinking about her being about her baby. She was thinking about getting high. Now just think about what a drug would do to you. You get what I'm
That's
saying?
crazy. Take over. Take
Take
over.
over your mind.
Mm-mm.
But you know what? You know, think about this. It's crazy how a drug will take over your mind. It's no different how the devil take over our minds.
Hmm.
You think about how our minds, if we don't take care of our mind, my mental, how the devil will take control of it. I want y'all to follow me. Did you get what I'm saying?
Mm.
And then the drug, you get what I'm saying? Hey, the Jay, how are you? Welcome on in. Yeah, yeah. So that and her daughter ran because he was going to get with her, and she ran, right? She ran.
Right.
Yeah. It said, "Hey, Mrs. Cooking for the soul." That was cute. Come on, hey, Mrs. Cooking for the soul.
How are you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's all right though. But that was nice though. I thought that was cute. Yeah. So when they like that and they willing to give up their child for it to get high.
Mm.
You get what I'm saying?
And that's happening right now as we speak.
As we speak. And now that's an old movie,
Yeah.
but dealing with that movie right there, even though it's a movie, this stuff really literally goes on right now. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it goes back to what would I want my child to be? Should it matter if that person was gay, or should it matter that this person is loving and take care of my child and teaching my child for what's right and wrong? You
Loving.
get what I'm saying? It was
Yeah.
a lot of it was a lot of so much different stuff to look into, like really to pay attention in that movie. It was set in so many different examples of different stuff that it's like
Right.
doesn't really matter. You get what I'm saying? It don't. It's all about love, the power of love. And then the mother tried to get clean. She didn't end up getting clean. She tried. Then she wanted to come home. You know, and then he didn't go take his trip. He was gonna go on that trip. He didn't do it. He just stayed to make to take care of them. To go try to fix it. But it took more to him to fix it because he couldn't do it on his own. She had to want the help. You get what I'm saying? But then she did want the help, and then when she wanted to get the help, somebody seen her, and then he fought, and then he almost died over that. You get what I'm saying? Taking care and looking out for that little girl and for her. You get what I'm saying? But she was the one that got killed though. But he literally almost could have got killed over saving, saving the people that he loved. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
That's deep, man.
Mm-hmm.
That movie is really a deep movie. You know what? I
What?
didn't even watch the movie over. I didn't ever even get a chance to watch the movie over, but I literally could just remember the movie. Like, it's been so many years since I
Yeah.
watched it though, but I could just remember it like
Mm.
it was like yesterday. I may be missing some pieces out,
Right.
missing some stuff though, but it's like more of the story because a lot of that stuff is going on now. And I just feel like, that was just a good movie to speak on, as a review because it's stuff that go on here today. You get what I'm saying? You know, um, and she felt comfortable. She missed her mother, but like she said, she ain't got to worry about her mother. She knew where she at, and she knew them two men was going to take care of her.
Right.
Holiday, and Silas was going to take care of her. Was going to make sure that she was good and she was okay. You get what I'm saying? Them two men. You know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. How you felt?
I like the way it ended.
Mm-hmm.
They came together for the
Mm-hmm.
baby. It was
Yeah.
sad. that that had to happen to her mother, but
Yes. Mm-hmm. Very sad.
you know,
Wow. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah. 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 Very sad. So, that definitely was a good movie, an eye opener, with some stuff. Because like I said, everything, you know, um, stuff that go on TV, stuff going here, and then you have adults going backwards and forwards over a child and all this stuff. Get out the grown folks, get out your personal feelings, get out your personal feelings, because
mm,
the majority of it is the personal feelings. You get what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it real.
right.
I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. It's just personal feelings. Get out the personal feelings.
Hmm.
And it's about the child. You get what I'm saying? And their well being. That's it.
That's it. That's all.
You know what I'm saying? That's it, and that's all. Unless somebody could figure out another way to try to fix it, because now this ain't no opinion. This is
Right.
just the truth. You get what I'm saying? It really
Right.
is. But a lot of stuff, it be adults. And then you think, I'm trying to tell you, we do. We tend to be in our own grown folks stuff. And it's about the child.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? It really is. It really is. It's about them. Their well being, and stuff. We tend to be too stuck in our own selves and not like what's best for the child. This is where people have blended families. Blended. Blended families. Where they connect and they're together as blended together. Come for the well being of the child. Some people use children against the parent, to get to the parent, what people do that, Latanya, and that's not good. You get what I'm saying? And all you're doing is messing up the child, they mental and everything else. You get what I'm saying? That's pick and choose side, the mother or father. No, I don't think a child should have to choose between their mother and their father, their parents and stuff like that. What's your thoughts on that, Latanya?
they shouldn't. They shouldn't have to choose. Never. But sometimes they get put in that position.
Well, I'm not saying it like sometimes, people can separate, right? And sometimes it'd be a situation where a child do have to choose
Mm.
where they want to be. But my thing is, don't mean that they have to choose between love who they love more. That's
Right.
what I'm speaking about. You get what I'm coming from?
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Mm.
Because sometimes it do come to a time where they come a certain age and they have to make a choice of where they rather live, and that's okay. And you still can have a good understanding. You get what I'm
Right.
saying? And
Right.
still have a good relationship. But I'm speaking about, you know, parents, young folks, and a lot of times you don't even got to be young folks. You got the older people do the same thing too. It's just childish, that want them to choose between, and you got just like people, like even with friendship, people do, even grown people do that against each other. Oh,
Right.
let's go, they friends with that person. No, I don't want to be. You shouldn't, because they got a problem with that person. You get what I'm saying? It's crazy.
That's
You
childish.
shouldn't have to choose. It's division. That's something I can't stand division. I
Child.
can't stand it.
That's
You
childish.
know, yeah, yeah. And that's something that's really, that goes on a lot, really bad, and yeah. the J.
Mm.
Power on. The Bluetooth device is ready to pair.
The J, the J, the J be coming through. Bump, bump, the J, he comes through. I can't wait for you to hear your song. What's up? I'm trying to freestyle something.
Do your thing,
I
girl.
tell you, you had me hype. I'm
Do
trying to tell you.
it. Do you think?
Listen.
Do you think, girl?
Listen. I'm talking about one thing and then it comes to turn and we talk about something else.
Mm-mm.
The J be freestyling. He freestyle, he come through, he right here, he on the ball, he right there, he talk the time, yeah, he right there. Frugal mama. Damn, I'm trying to wait, is I'm doing good? What I'm doing? Let me think. That J. I need some music. Boom, 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 boom. What we gonna do? What we gonna do? Listen, I gotta try it again. Yeah, I tried.
Power.
Ooh, dang. So I'm telling you, I was so hyped. Listen, because I'm telling you, a guy I was dealing with years ago, he was Jersey. And he was a DJ. And he would ask me about the music and stuff, and my thoughts on it is, and I loved it because I love music. You know what I'm saying? So I'll just be like, yeah, it was, oh boy, it was the beats was dope, man. Them beats. Jake was litty last. The Jay was litty last night. He was litty, and then I said, man, that had me because mind you, I was gonna do my workout, but I didn't feel like doing no workout. But the more I was, because I had just gotten the house and I started cooking. So I cut my TV on. And the J was on the YouTube. I'm like, all right, the J on. I'm just getting in. I told him I'm just getting in. I literally was just getting in. When I say what I say what I mean. I was just getting in. And I went on and started the chicken, and stuff. And man, my cousin was here, matter of fact. She was here, The one, matter of fact, she just called, while I was on here, and I was checking them out and stuff, and I'm like, okay, let me go on and and just keep him running and whatever. And I'm like, man, I did not feel like doing the workout, but he helped me. You get what I'm saying? The workout.
Really?
It was no short workout, but man, yeah, man, so it was the world going on with the people. I'm not answering that phone.
That's inspiration.
Right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I didn't feel like I was hurt. I was aching, man. Shoot. Oh yeah. Yeah. Then he did a little shout out. He did a shout out for Big Rooster and stuff. Yeah, I did a little twist. That's that's a workout. That's man. If I wish I could do a workout playing music, shoot, I'll really be working out. I'll be working out every day. Right. Just because I could play music while I'm working out. I could dance. Yeah, without getting penalized, getting no copyright. Shoot, doggone it. Shoot. Dance is a whole workout. Show is a whole workout. Shoot, I can't tell. A whole workout. Mm-hmm. Yep, a whole workout. No, but yeah. But keep doing your thing, Jay, man. I mean, listen, I got your back. I'm right here. Boom. You got my vote. I'm right here, man. Ooh, baby. We gotta let it go viral. Viral, baby. Shoot. Hey. You remember when he did that song and Latanya, and it was, what was it? It was dealing with, you had the name, he made a song with different, what was that? Dad, I came across that same paper too. I came across that paper, Latanya.
Yeah.
And he made a song. He was saying different words, and he made a whole song out of every word that you said. He made a song out of. Do you remember that, Latanya?
That was nice too. That was nice.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was nice. That's what's up. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's crazy how time go by so fast, man. I'm like, man, time go by fast. Cause DJ, let me tell you something. I'm right here using your cup, right? My daughter she must have drunk some tea, something out of it, but I was using it and put some water in my because it was on the sink. Your cup is on the sink. See, Rich, right here. So I put some water in it to put water in my thing. Look at that. See what I'm saying, baby? See, you feel me? The shape, baby. You feel me? Boom. The shape. Hey, boy, man, he up there It's the afro for me, man. He up there in his baby right smooth about it. Like, yeah. Then he got the music. He got the music right. Got the lighting right too. You get what I'm saying? Boom. Yeah, man. Shoot, man. All I can say is, man, keep striving and thriving. And hey, I'm all for you, man. I'm all for you, for real. I'm all for you. I see some great things going on, and just keep on going. You got it, man. You definitely got it. You got it. Yeah. Hmm. Anything you have to say, Latanya? Guys, I ain't gonna make this long because I'm gonna be shutting the live down. Y'all know I'm on the freebie. Stop playing. I'm on the freebie. Yep. I'm on the freebie, guys. Shoot, I ain't ashamed to say it either. Shoot, I'm trying to well, I forgot how many hours it do give you. They got so much new stuff going on. I got all the stuff over here that I don't know nothing about. They got present or invite, demo scene, and then right here it says share your referral link. All this new stuff. Have you been on your StreamYard thing? And you will see what I'm talking about. Go up there and it's got all types of new different stuff. And then up there say plus new scene right here. Then they got scenes, beta, B-E-T-A, and purple. I don't know about that stuff right there. See, that's what I'm saying. I just be, man, call me old fashioned because I just, hey, I ain't in no rush because I didn't know all this stuff. I'm not no computer whiz.
You said just give me the basics. Ain't no wrong with that.
I'm not no computer whiz. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm not no computer whiz, and I don't know all that stuff right there.
Me either.
I don't know it, and I'm okay with it. Joe, doggone it. So, guys, me and Latanya spoke on Holiday Heart, which was a great movie, guys. If you haven't watched it, I will listen. That's a good movie, and you know, it's a good movie. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say it's clean. It's life. You get what I'm saying? And the reason why I say it ain't clean is because it's dealing with drugs. You know, it's dealing with men. You know, but it's still the power of love. You get what I'm saying? So that's what matters. Is love. You know, and we don't have the right to judge no one. I was speaking about this yesterday. Get that peck out your eye. You feel what I'm saying? You got to get that peck out your eye. You got to get it out your eye. Because no one have no right to judge anyone about anything or nothing. That is God doing. We all have our own of a judgment day of God of we you know of what we got going on for us, you know, in our relationship with God. You get what I'm saying? You know, we're flawed. You get what I'm saying? We're flawed. We're flawed in different ways or whatever, but we're still flawed, you know. So this is you got to get that peck out your eye. You know, a lot of times people don't want to stand in truth or stand in the shoe because they wear the shoe. But guess what? If I have to wear the shoe, I wear the shoe. You get what I'm saying? I'm flawed. That's it. So that movie right there is a good movie, and right now, you know what they are needing, and kids right now, not just her, a lot of kids, kids are being killed I wasn't supposed to use that word. They are being abused, killed, and everything. You get what I'm saying? They are unalived or what they want to say. You know, murdered and all types of stuff. You get what I'm saying? You know, they're not being loved. So if it's someone there, people is putting their differences aside to love someone, and it don't have to be. No, it's just the individual who it is. You know, I'm not just talking about Holiday Heart. I'm just speaking in general, you know, you got to put your differences to the side. Now, as I speak, I got to watch what I say too, because the situation now I'm dealing with my daughter. Now, I'm not mad at anyone, but this is all about respect. You feel me? So my thing is, I'm like, okay, now if her dad gonna pick her up from work, that's fine, but don't be bringing nobody over here because I don't need nobody to know where I live at. Do you feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. If somebody gonna ride with you, if you catch what I'm saying, that ain't got nothing to do with no differences. That means about I ain't trusting people because they mental of how they still ain't changed. You get where I'm coming from? You feel what I'm saying, Latanya?
Mm-hmm.
See, I'm a blunt person. I really don't like sugarcoating. Actually, his little girlfriend. My thing is, I don't want her. If you pick up her, I don't have no problem with it. But make sure you by yourself. I don't need to know where her be, knowing where I live at, because she just childish. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm out of my bed. I'm in my own world. I don't need you to know where I live at for you to start some stuff, and then I have to hurt you. You feel what I'm saying? That's where I'm coming from. So I was going to try. I don't like sugarcoating nothing too much. So I got to put that out there like that. You get what I'm saying? You know. So my daughter could maybe be parked. Maybe she probably could walk right there, doing it in a way where she ain't got to know where I stay. If that makes sense. You feel me?
Right.
You get what I'm coming from? You know. But see, if she had that mindset, I wouldn't even have to be talking like this. I wouldn't even have to be. I shouldn't even have to do that because we're grown women. You feel what I'm saying? You know. But when you're dealing with certain people, they meant to. You get what I'm saying? Nah, I'm not doing that. Mm-mm. You know, so it's all about. And then my daughter is she's not a baby. She's an adult, but she's still in need right now of her parents. You feel me?
Right.
So, you know, I don't have to like you. You get what I'm saying? You know, and it's not about that. It was just all about the disrespect of her mentally. You know, her mentality. You know, that's what I'm speaking about. Mentality. You know what I'm saying? You know, if you somebody that have respect and your mentality is on point, and I could deal with you. You get what I'm saying? You know, just because I forgave, that don't mean I'm gonna fool with you. You feel what I'm saying? You know, because I don't deal with the foolery. You feel what I'm talking about?
Right.
Because she already started some stuff on TikTok. Yeah. So that means your mental is still like it was a few years back. You ain't changed. So that's why I said what I said. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm speaking about this, put differences aside, I'm speaking on standing the truth about what mine's too. So I could put that to the side, which I'm not mad or nothing like that. But my thing is, you don't need to know where I live at. You get what I'm saying? Because I don't trust people. You feel what I'm saying? You know,
Right.
you do one thing, I don't trust you. You may do something else. You get what I'm saying? Because too sneaky. I don't like that sneaky stuff. You feel me? When you sneaky and creeping, doing all that stuff, ain't no telling what you do. You feel what I'm talking about? I'm just not with all that stuff right there. You know, I'm an upfront person. You know, what I need to say, I say it, and that's it. You know, and I stand for unity. I stand for peace, and I do stand for love. That's it. So, guys, I'm getting ready to get off because I'm getting these calls. And my daughter, she don't even call me right here like that. Hello? I was on my live, but I'm getting ready to get off. What happened? What? We was just talking about that today with that weather and stuff. I'm not able to drive in that weather right there. You know that. Yeah. Guys, mwah. I have emergency right now, and I'll talk to you guys.
Alrighty.
I have emergency. Latanya, I'll keep you posted. All right.
All right.
Love you guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you.